Throughout history, many foods were feared to be poisonous, with people shying away from them due to myths, misinformation, or simply a lack of understanding of their properties. Over time, scientific advancements and better nutritional knowledge have cleared up these misconceptions, proving that these foods are not only safe to eat but are also packed with nutrients. Here are the top 10 foods that were once believed to be poisonous, but are now considered safe and healthy. 1. Tomatoes. For centuries, tomatoes were feared due to their relationship with the nightshade family, which includes some toxic plants like belladonna, deadly nightshade. People believed tomatoes were poisonous and avoided them, even though they were frequently used in European folk medicine. It wasn't until the 18th century that tomatoes began to be widely consumed in Europe. Today, they are a staple in many cuisines, offering a rich source of vitamins A and C. 2. Potatoes. Much like tomatoes, potatoes are part of the nightshade family and were once viewed with suspicion. Early European settlers were warned against eating potatoes because they were thought to be poisonous, due to their relation to other toxic plants in the nightshade group. The fear was especially prevalent during the 17th century. However, it was soon discovered that potatoes were not only safe to eat but also a key staple in many diets, providing essential carbohydrates and nutrients. 3. Mushrooms, certain varieties. While many mushrooms are highly nutritious, certain varieties were historically considered poisonous, and for good reason. Many mushrooms are toxic and can be deadly if consumed. Ancient cultures often believed all mushrooms were unsafe to eat. However, over time, people have learned to identify the safe, edible varieties, and mushrooms like portobello, shiitake, and button mushrooms are now common in kitchens worldwide for their flavor and health benefits. 4. Cucumbers. Cucumbers were once thought to be harmful because of their seeds and the bitter taste they can sometimes have, leading many to believe they were inedible. This was particularly true in ancient Greece and Rome, where they were often consumed with caution. The bitterness comes from a compound called cucurbitacin, which can be toxic in large amounts, but modern varieties of cucumber have been bred to minimize this bitterness, making them safe and popular in salads and dishes today. In the 19th century, spinach was often viewed with suspicion due to its high levels of oxalates, which can bind to calcium and create kidney stones in some individuals. This led to myths that spinach could be harmful if consumed in large amounts. However, it was later discovered that while spinach contains oxalates, they are not harmful in the moderate amounts typically consumed. Spinach is now widely recognized for its rich vitamin K, iron, and folate content. 6. Rhubarb. Rhubarb, especially its leaves, has a history of being considered poisonous. The leaves contain oxalic acid, which can cause severe poisoning when consumed in large quantities. However, the stalks, which are commonly eaten in desserts and jams, are completely safe and nutritious. Over time, people have learned to discard the leaves and use only the stalks, making rhubarb a beloved ingredient in many sweet and savory dishes. 7. Eggplant. Eggplant, or aubergine, was once feared for its potential toxicity due to its relationship with other nightshade plants. It was believed to be poisonous, particularly because of the bitter, slightly toxic compounds known as solanine found in some varieties. However, modern eggplant varieties have much lower levels of solanine, and the fruit is now widely regarded as a nutritious and versatile vegetable in cuisines around the world. 8. Almonds, bitter varieties. Sweet almonds are commonly consumed around the world, but bitter almonds, which contain cyanide-like compounds, were once considered highly toxic. Bitter almonds were historically thought to be poisonous, and in some cultures, they were used to create almond oil, which was used in cosmetics rather than for consumption. Today, bitter almonds are typically processed to remove the harmful compounds before they can be used for flavoring or in small amounts for making marzipan. 9. Cashews, raw. Raw cashews are another example of a food once thought to be poisonous. The nuts come from the cashew apple and are surrounded by a toxic shell containing a compound called urushiol, which can cause skin irritation and allergic reactions. For this reason, raw cashews were once avoided. However, modern processing techniques remove the toxins, making roasted cashews a safe and popular snack with health benefits. 10. Fugu, pufferfish. Fugu, a Japanese delicacy made from pufferfish, is infamous for its potential toxicity. Pufferfish contain tetrodotoxin, a potent neurotoxin that can be lethal if the fish is improperly prepared. Because of the dangerous nature of this food, it has a long history of being considered poisonous. However, licensed chefs in Japan undergo years of training to safely prepare fugu, ensuring it can be consumed safely. Today, fugu is a delicacy enjoyed by adventurous eaters, despite its potentially deadly reputation. These foods, once feared and often avoided, have become important parts of global cuisine. As we continue to learn more about nutrition, food safety, and agriculture, many of the misconceptions that once surrounded these foods have been dispelled. From tomatoes to pufferfish, these ingredients now stand as examples of how knowledge can transform fear into enjoyment and health benefits.